Gabba gabba, hey drunken cock fans, this is Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming from the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, and we're here to announce that you have found and stumbled upon our show. We're very happy to have you. If you found this on podcast platforms, you will be sorely disappointed in the magic entertainment. However, the video will be uploaded to YouTube and Facebook. Remember, this show is an adult show, contains adult content. Have fun, stay safe, stay drunk, stay underwhelming. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm, of course, Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming. You found the Drunken Under Quarantine Show. It is episode 24. We got Mike Gray on the couch. There's a lot to get into. So let's get it.
Show me your tits. This is a weird show.
Cheers to you, good sir Nick. Thank you for joining us. I am, of course, Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming. Welcome to the Drunken Under Quarantine. So, welcome to the Drunken Under Quarantine Show. I'm excited. It's Wednesday night. It's time to have some beers with my boys. This is episode 24. Jason, what's up, bitches? What's up to you, brother? Good to see you. Welcome back. Yeah, we got Mike Gray on the couch, and we got a lot to get into tonight. We're going to be talking about parents starting a petition to repeal a principle. I wonder why. Local news, a Vermont man was trying to upstage Florida man, so that should be fun. We're going to talk about hashtag fake White House. We're going to talk about Ben and Jerry's getting a gotcha moment and lighten it up at the end. We're going to discuss Halloween costumes and obviously read some of your comments and stuff and see what you guys have to say about it. But without further ado, welcoming to our spotlight stage, my friend, my man, my comrade, a guy who made me look really good in his college project this past week. Welcoming to our spotlight stage, Mr. GW Foley.
What is up, motherfuckers? Chalante.
Cheers.
I'm drinking beer because I wanted a little change, a little mix it up. I still had a liquor drink at dinner, so I'm still gonna get fucked up. Yeah, and that's the whole point of this show. I'm super pissed, guys. I didn't get my alert because I was on finger fucking my phone and oh hey, hi mom. Yeah. So I was finger fucking my phone and decided, and the alert came up, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not going to be able to show it." So, yeah, I officially need to apologize to every girl that I've ever dated or had sexual relations with, and that's for all the blowjobs I asked for. Turns out I am officially diagnosed with what the doctors called a hyper gag reflex, which in other words, that means that I can't take much into my mouth. They started asking me about dentistry and how that goes. And I'm like, it's very uncomfortable. I don't like it. And they're like, well, obviously you gagged on air, which apparently, like, having a little thing in my mouth and my nose closed, I start gagging. So I will never plug another girl's nose as she's giving me head ever again. Like, I thought it was kind of rude before, but now I know that, like, oh, that's just mean. That's just really mean. This week has sucked. My car has been in the shop for almost a week now, and I still have another week to go, which really is pissing me off. I never realized the freedom I had of having a car that was readily available at any given second. And now that I don't have it, I'm like, I need to walk somewhere? Fuck that. Like, I didn't get this weight from, like, walking places. Like, this is like sitting on my ass watching fucking Murder, She Wrote eating Cheetos. That's how you get this body. Like, people work hard to get like fucking rock bodies. I work hard to get this soft body. And let me tell you, fellas, chicks dig the soft bodies because they can play with it like Play-Doh and just squeeze and form it. And they're like, they know you ain't gonna leave them. They know that because they're gonna look at you and be like, "Oh, he can't do better than me." And that's a fact. I have had women proposition me, and I'm like, "No, I got a girl. She's with this because of the personality. I don't know what you want, but she doesn't care about this body. She cares about what's in here, the heart and the guts. She likes the fact that I cook for her, and you trifling bitches look like you want to cook for me, and I'm like, I don't want to eat your fucking rabbit food." Fucking feed me salads, make me skinny. Fuck that. I want a woman that keeps me large. Lets me drink beer because I'm a man. Work hard. I don't. I really don't. Like I'm in awe. Like, we had roofers at my apartment building the past couple days, and like I'd go out for a cigarette and just be like, "Wow, you guys work hard." Okay, I'm gonna go on the computer and fucking draw shit. Like, if they saw what I did on a fucking daily basis, they would just be like, "What the fuck, man?" Like, and do you get money for doing this? No, not yet, but I'm going to. As soon as I graduate, I will get money for fucking around on a computer. It's what my ultimate goal is to do videos for people, like, except for wedding videos, because fuck that, I don't want to deal with weddings, but like corporate videos and things like that, and like that would be fun to do. And they were asking about my dream job, and I'm like, well, I want to be a stand-up comic. Like that's my dream job. Like, this is just a fallback career that, like, yeah, I could possibly do. Like this isn't like something that, like, I'm like, oh, this is totally what I want to do for a living, because it's not. Like, I would much rather be a stand-up comic going out to clubs every weekend than fucking dealing with corporate bullshit. But I am willing to do corporate bullshit if I get to make movies. So I don't know what the point of that joke was, other than fucking roofers work hard, and I'm willing to talk. So on that note, let's turn it over to Colin and see how his week's going. From the looks of it, it looks like it's going rough.
It's going rough, G-Dub. It's going real rough. But, then you think to yourself, what the hell's the point of doing a quarantine show from the luxury of home if you can't do it in a fucking bathrobe, right?
Amen.
So, kind of going with GW style. I'm not wearing pants. I'm wearing a bathrobe. Free body. Old episode 33 of Collen Constructs. Got a little too much sun today. Not a problem one usually expects halfway through October in Vermont, but hey, how you doing? I think it's always strange when you see these people who make all this money and then they lose it all, because of like shoddy investments or something like that. They're like, oh, I had a guy who was like managing my money, but it's all gone, and like I don't know what happened. I'm like, I'm not like the most financially savvy person that's ever walked the planet, but like if I made like $25 million in a year doing a movie, I made like $50 million, like a good percentage of that money would be in a bank. I think, I know it's not attractive, but I wouldn't take like $25 million and be like, all right, guy, take all my money and go do something with it that I'd never know. You know what I mean? Because like right now, if I was like trying to make and save $25 million, that'd be a lot of money, right? So it's like people make that and then they're like, that's all right. I'm going to have that money work for me a little bit. Little do they know it's all being stolen, you know? You got to feel kind of stupid. They're like Collen Doyle, who made $35 million this year and is broke. It's like, well, you shouldn't hear sentences like that, you know? I remember famously Mike Tyson had made $85 million. The next year, he filed for bankruptcy. I think it was in 1998 or 1999. He made $85 million. The next year, he filed for bankruptcy. And someone said to him, like, Mike, you know, you made so much money and you made $85 million last year. How are you filing for bankruptcy? And Mike Tyson said verbatim, you know, tigers are very expensive to keep in the desert.
It's true.
Like, I'm sure they are, Mike. I don't know if they're $85 million a year worth expensive. Like, good Lord. I mean, look at how Joe Exotic was doing it. Huh? You just get the old Walmart meat, and it's all good. Holy shit. People said with Johnny Depp, they're like, Johnny Depp, you know, spent all of his money. And then you're like, how did Johnny Depp spend all of his money? And they're like, oh, he was drinking $30,000 bottles of wine. It's like, yeah, but he still made $150 million last year. Like, even at $30,000 a bottle, you can't drink $150 million. I assure you. I don't care how much fucking rum you think you can drink. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on in my life right now. I'm excited for the show this weekend, and that's pretty much it. You know, glad to be on the show here. I'm just gonna be nursing it this whole time. We might sip it on my little toddy here in my bathrobe. So I'd like to kick this over. The reason we all get together here every week, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Hickory, the drunk and underwhelming.
Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. There's a joke in there somewhere about Collen being like the leftist Styx Hexenhammer. I don't know if you guys know who he is. He's a political commentator that grew up in Rutland. He's got like 500,000, but he's very well known for just showing up in videos in the bathrobe, just unapologetically as fuck. Putting out like 4 videos a day in a bathrobe. Anyways, I'm going to do one. First off, I want to say that I loved all the dudes that followed the show. The ladies too, but they don't send me random comments, and if they do, I get really nervous. But the dudes I'm cool with, you know, like it's really fun that people send in stuff. But Nick sent in a TikTok video after the show last week, and no, not the deer one, Nick. I don't think we're gonna play that, but it was pretty funny. It was the deer attacking the girl video. But he sent me a photo or a video of a magician doing a card trick, and I was like, I've done that on the show like 6 times, but I'll do it again to be like, hey, this is something you've seen before. Basically, I'm going to start by riffling down through the deck. Mike, just say stop whenever you want. And actually, hold on, let me flip over to – you got on camera B, but I have a better angle over here.
And we get the sweet infinity shot.
Stop.
Right there. Do you want the one that's up here or the one that's here?
The bottom one.
That one?
Yes.
Okay. So, Mike, your card. 5 of hearts.
Okay.
I'm going to set that back on the deck. So you can say 5 of hearts, top of the deck, squarely in the middle of the deck. Now, a lot of people ask me, Hickory, how the fuck would you find a card that looks like that in the middle of a deck if you clearly didn't do any hand tricks or any weird stuff? And the answer is that you have to know what to look for. If you look through there, you might find a card that looks like that. I mean, I don't know if that would stick out to you guys, but to a trained magician like myself, that's like pretty apparent that that's there. And, you know, it would be the 5 of hearts, of course, because like why wouldn't it be? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our super expensive tactical card holder here. And we are just going to place that blue card there. That'll be like a scientific control to make sure there's no way that I'm cheating or anything. And basically what I'm going to do is riffle through again, Mike, and I'm going to have you say stop whenever you'd like. You ready?
Yep. Stop.
Okay, right out there. And are we going top or bottom?
Top.
Okay. 9 of diamonds. Boom. So if I was to take that back on there, set it back and square it up, we should be able to do the exact same thing again, where we'll see a card be blue. Now, this doesn't always work. That's why they call me the drunk and underwhelming. Sometimes these things don't pan out like like this, that's fuck. But there's not all hope lost, because there is still a blue card on camera. And if I were to take that blue card and flip it over,
Holy shit.
that would be your 9 of diamonds. Nick, thank you for sending in the idea. That's one of my favorites. I absolutely love that. It's a beautiful piece of magic created by someone far smarter than me. And I appreciate it. Thank you, gentlemen. It's good to have everybody here. There's been a ton of awesome comments. Yeah, Nick said super expensive card holder. Yes. Nothing but high budget for you guys, because well, everything's super expensive. I got to be honest. I mean, nothing's getting cheaper anyways. But without further ado, welcoming to the spotlight stage a good friend of ours, a man who didn't have proper internet, so we couldn't have him on for a little while, but he's back. He just headlined the show this past Saturday up in Maine, and we can't wait to hear about it. Without further ado, welcoming to our spotlight stage, my main man, and that joke will never get fucking old, Mike Gray.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, I did headline a show, and it was weird because a lot of times I did a show the week before that. It was in New Hampshire, and I feel like sometimes I'm crowd repellent. Because everyone was like, Mike, you got to do this room. There's like 50 or 60 people here in Londonderry. It's amazing. I saw Ray Harrington there. It was packed. And I get there and there were 13 people. And I take that personally. I can't come back from this. The same thing in my headlining show. Like, oh man, it's so great. It's like 10 people. Like, what am I fucking doing? What am I doing wrong? But it's now it's October, right? So Halloween is right around the corner, and you've seen some weird costumes. But I'm going, as I go every year, as angry libertarian man. I just dress the way I do right now. I don't even have to dress up. And kids come and take the candy, and I accost them for taking it. Oh yeah, go ahead and take the candy that I paid for. You're welcome. Giving them shit for their an Iron Man. I've seen 4 Iron Men already tonight. You got to be more original. Like my nephew's out there, he's dressed like a parking meter. He's making bank right now. Got to use your head. Sometimes people will just walk up to me and talk at me, and I don't know what it is. I think because one time I was at Walmart, and this guy who clearly had no self-awareness just walks up to me. He's one of the guys pushing the carts. He walks up to me and he goes, "Hey, do you play Magic the Gathering?" No, I don't. I know I look like I do. I don't. And then he just goes off like, "Oh, I get this sweet elf deck, but my friend's got this zombie deck. You're not going to believe what you do with this card." And after a while, it just sounded like. But I thought maybe that my saintly Job-like patience was paying off somehow. I was hoping that something good was coming out of this. I'm like, maybe if I'm just by talking to this kid, I prevented a school shooting. But after about 10 minutes of talking about Magic the Gathering, I was like, fuck it. I don't care how many kids have to die. This is the worst. This sucks. I noticed, have you guys been following the Gabby Petito thing? I mean, it's been kind of pushed in our faces a lot.
Yeah, a little bit. We've discussed it briefly on the show, but nothing in depth.
Yeah. Well, you know what's fucked up about that is they have an ID channel special on it already. Did you know that? ID is not news. It's murder porn. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's true crime.
All it is true crime, murder porn, and they have a special about it right now. It's happening now. It's not even done yet. And we have an ID, and I think I know that's a specific person that it's targeting. It's targeting those single moms that are sitting at home, like watching ID all day, and they're like, "Wow, I wish I had a guy who would take me across the country and murder me." You know, like they're flicking their oversized bean at the thought of going to Wyoming and just being like, "Oh my God, this is beautiful, but it's kind of boring. Can we go?" Ow! Did you just fucking hit me? Then she looks down. She sees her lifeless body now, but she knows that everyone's going to talk about her, and she's going to be famous finally. I can't figure out another explanation. And I think I know that it's targeted at those women because those are the women I used to bang. So, you know, it's unfortunate truth, you know. You know how guys cruise for pussy? I scavenge for it. Like it's all gone now. It's just depleted. There's just no pussy at all. I'm looking under rocks and shit. And my friends, some of them are like, well, why wouldn't you try internet dating? It's like, okay, first of all, internet dating is the butthole of the internet. I don't want to do that shit. I was in New Hampshire and I saw this girl. I was sitting behind her at a show and she was on Tinder or something. And she literally looked at all these guys' profiles, swiped left on every single one. Like how fucking it during the sets of the headliner, this is how much she laughed. Like, how dare you? You have no personality. How dare you hold out for a fucking Prince? It's like if she was on Carvana and she's swiping through cars and she's like, I don't like that one. No, I'm really just holding out for a McLaren or a Ferrari or something. I don't know. None of these interest me. You know what? You might find a 2016 Sonata, but that Sonata will eat your ass for 400,000 miles. It will not disappoint. That's all I got for you guys tonight.
Thank you, Mike, for joining us. And here comes the jarring part.
All right.
Oh, and now we did a little screen flip, and I almost got it perfect this time. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me. Welcome everybody that is on the comment section, just going crazy over there. We're going to read off a couple. But yeah, Mike, thanks for being here. That was a great set, by the way, my friend. Of course, Nick responded to Dolores and said, "Hi, Mom," because why not? Jason said, "Is that a Green State beer?" Yes, Jason. G-Dubs is drinking a Green State lager. And,
I am.
Yeah, I'm really good at my beer ID. This was before Collen got here. Jason said, "Where's Collen?" To which Nick Waters responded, "Porn, lol."
Can we call attention to Sean's comment?
Oh yeah, we'll get to that. I was assuming that Collen was editing together the first episode of This Old Whore, his home improvement vlog show thing where Bob Vita messes shit up and then Collen yells at him. It'd be great. Next said the deer one is a great area. Next said super expensive beer holder, Upper Pass. Yes, sir. Upper Pass Cloud Drop is what the drunk magician will be drinking this evening. He also said his neighbor figured out he was hacking their Wi-Fi. Sean said, This is the best 13 people you've ever been around. Thank you, Sean, for being here. I appreciate you, brother. You're super fun in my YouTube comment section. I really, really enjoy it. Jason said, hey, don't diss Magic the Gathering. I play, motherfuckers. I can't diss Magic in general, Sean, Jason, but, you know, I have no control over what the other guests think are funny. Can we talk smack about D&D? Get back to us in the comments.
You can do that.
Dog just stopped fighting him. He's talking about the Gabby Petito case. Is that true? Did Dog just end the hunt?
That's right. He was looking for. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that.
And I actually saw a tweet that I agreed with more than anything I've ever seen in my life. And it said, if Dog the Bounty Hunter finds Brian Laundrie, I'm never paying taxes ever again.
What's even funnier is him not finding her and like him talking the big game. Like, we've got a lot of great tips and we're going out. We're going to find him. And then like 3 days later, he's like, trail went cold.
Dude, I am so pissed. A comic friend of mine, and I should have known better, had put an article on Facebook saying Dog the Bounty Hunter found whatever his name is. I clicked to read the article, and it was a picture of this huge Jack Black guy with a giant cock.
I saw that too. I was like, oh, what is this? Ah!
Yeah, I was so pissed. I jerked out like twice, but it was an angry jerk.
You got dick rolled.
Yeah.
The beautiful assistant says evil plot twist. She killed him first, or they were both killed by a serial killer. That would be a really, really interesting plot twist if it were the case, my dear. Sean said, oh my God, that's so funny. I'm a fellow ass buzzard myself.
Ass buzzard, just around there. Just
circle that ass.
Hunting for his next meal. Jason said, Mike is awesome. Yes, I agree. Mike is awesome. That's why he's been on the show more than once. There's been a lot of guests who have been one and dones, but Mike will always be back.
Who are the one and dones? I gotta know this.
I can't disclose openly.
We'll tell you online or offline
on the after show. Jason said D&D sucks. I agree. It got watered down pretty hard in later renditions. Nick said the problem with Dog the Bounty Hunter was he's not an actual bounty hunter, so it wasn't licensed. And if you found him, they would have charged him with kidnapping. I don't care. I still would have loved it if he found the guy. Like, I don't care what happens to him after.
ID's like, this is perfect. This is season 2.
Yeah.
The true crime story of Dog the Bounty Hunter while he hunts Brian
He's in jail
Laundrie.
with Joe Exotic.
Yeah, exactly. Filming from the same prison cell they had properly lit for fucking Exotic Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, the Club Fed or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Gets put up there where all the rich criminals go.
Yeah. It's like, this wing is Joe Exotic and Dog the Bounty Hunter.
It's like a petting zoo. You get the tiger guy, the dog guy. Yeah, there's probably some type of cat lady up there. I don't know. The petting zoo section. Nick said I want Upchurch to find him. That would be absolutely hysterical. I would laugh my ass off and be pissed that I'm paying a bunch of taxes if our alphabet agencies can't track this one dude down. Seems like it wouldn't be that hard, but then again, what do I know? I'm just a drunk magician, not a guy wasting your tax dollars. Nick said Mike Tyson with his tiger, and I will comment on that real quick. As a magician, you're right, Colin. Tiger upkeep is expensive, but not that expensive. And before we get to the first subject of the night, Jason says, send it all hate mail to VCO or Mecha Blaze. Yeah, we should just change it every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, next week it'll be send your hate mail to Mike Gray.
What?
And...
No.
Well, yeah, but see, you get to read our hate mail.
Yeah, which is
so
even
it's not
better.
about you.
Yeah, because yeah.
No, I'm down then. Yeah, send
Yeah.
it to me. Bring
Yeah, and then you can come on every couple months and be like, okay, guys, here are the finer points of the hate mail. This is what you're doing wrong and why nobody likes you. We're going to move right into the first topic of the night. As a reoccurring segment. How the drunk is this news? Parents start a petition to remove principal who loves Iron Maiden. Yeah, this is true. This is from Insider. Parents of high school students started a petition to remove a principal who loves classic heavy metal band Iron Maiden, which I thought was going to be a Babylon Bee article until I clicked on it and it said Insider, because this is absolutely ridiculous. I thought we were done with this in the mid-90s when Slipknot came out. What do you guys think?
What state was? Oh, it was Canada.
Oh yeah, it's Canada. Like,
that doesn't sound like Canada.
No, wrong one.
Oh, if it ain't Rush, it ain't music, eh?
See, the problem with Canada that a lot of people don't realize is once you get past like Ottawa and Toronto, like the real like cities of Canada, it's very heartfelt and very religiously. Yeah, like there's a lot of field and wheat growing out there. If you catch my drift, a lot of cousin fucking.
So it's like the Alabama of Canada, basically.
Like
when you get north,
the Kansas of like people. There's a lot of meth and cousin fucking.
So what you're telling me, GW, is basically we're geographically positioned. We got cousin fucking going on below us, and also cousin fucking happened above us as well.
Yes.
We are kind of sandwiched. We're kind of in a redneck sandwich over here between Canada and the South.
See, I don't know if you can call Canadians rednecks though, because
they don't get enough sun.
Well,
that's a good point.
See, the classical term of redneck, and this is, I'm going to put on my educational hat for a second. The classical like definition of redneck came from like Kentucky coal miners who wore the red bandanas for unionizing, and that's where that came from. Like, it wasn't to do with the fact that their neck was actually like physically red from working in a field. It was from like coal miners and like hill folk from like fucking like West Virginia and Virginia.
The Appalachians.
Yeah, like where there's real cousin fucking going on.
Where there's actual hill folk and not like up here where even the rednecks are posh. Speaking of which, shout out, I don't know if you saw that, and I'm gonna get it wrong. A dude in Bridgewater won like $100K on the lottery thing recently.
Good for him.
Wife, send that in to me real quick if you got it. But yeah,
we shouldn't put him on blast.
Well, that's a good point. But yes, congrats to a local hill person who just won a bunch of money.
Where does this person live?
I was going to wait till the end, Hickory, before we told everyone I won $100,000, but I guess that's out of the bag.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it was. And what Collen's going to do is refund the police, and make himself the sheriff of Bridgewater. It's going to be great.
Exactly. Bridgewater constable budget just went up by $100,000.
But yeah, so I meant to add that back on. There we go. Canadian high school principal loves Iron Maiden and posts about the band on social media. Oh no, I'd be more worried that this guy's on social media than the fact he likes Iron Maiden. You know what I mean? Parents started a petition to transfer Eden High School principal Sharon Burns. They said it was inappropriate for her to post a drawing that featured the symbol 666. Is there a picture? Oh God, I didn't look earlier. I was hoping there was like a picture of this. No, unfortunately, just ugly people down there, like normal. The petition said they didn't want to remove Burns because of her love for Iron Maiden, but because of the openly displaying her own handmade sign with the 666 clearly displayed on it. The number 666 is used to represent the devil, Antichrist, or evil. Iron Maiden was formed in 1975. Old news, right? And grew up popular in the early 1980s with several albums going platinum or gold, including The Number of the Beast in 1982 and Peace of Mind in 1983. The group is still touring, which to mention, I hate to admit this, we just watched Fast Times at Ridgemont High for the first time.
For the first time?
Yeah, I've seen clips and snippets, but I'd never actually watched the film. So we watched it the other night, and all I could think was this story is akin to somebody being offended by that movie now. Right? Like being offended by art that came out in 1982 is mildly ridiculous.
Yeah, what did she come to school one day dressed like one of the members of Iron Maiden? Because they could take issue with that.
No.
Yeah, that's possible.
You know what I mean? Latex pants, and then she puts on the fucking shirt.
Like if she's just wore that denim shirt with no bra or anything, and like yeah, I can see why they might have an issue.
I would have paid more attention in high school if that actually happened.
That's a good point. Me too. Yeah, concerned parents. Just crazy. I was like, I could understand if she was listening to like, I don't know, Slaughter to Prevail or something like that. I was like,
Deicide.
Yeah, new and like actually aggressive, but like Iron Maiden is like Grateful Dead by modern standards.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
even like I just can't imagine a high school principal who would be listening to Slaughter to Prevail or anything like that. Because a lot of people who listen to real heavy metal like that, we can't read very well, so we're not going to get into an education. You know,
I was gonna say the singer of oh god, what was that band called? Harm's Way is actually like a high school teacher or something.
Yeah, the bass player for it's a hardcore band, not Blood for Blood. Bury Your Dead.
Yeah.
And he's got like a giant neck tattoo. He's pretty cool shit, but it is definitely weird.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Like those people didn't get upset. What the fuck's going on? Sean said, JD Shell nuts. He's the sheriff, the law on my side. Sean might be as drunk as we are on the show. That's a fucking awesome comment, though. Kevin Ryan's here. Holy shit.
Ryan.
Kevin, you need to be on the show at some point. Hit me up, brother.
He said, just talking about you, Kevin.
He said, I just read the article. She sacrificed a goat in the teacher's lounge. Hey, as long as she made some nice kebabs after it, I think that's perfectly acceptable.
That's right.
Jason said Iron Maiden rocks. Yeah, because a great band, but they are rock by today's standards, right?
Yeah.
Like
I bet if this gets up the ladder far enough, Iron Maiden will fly out there on their own jet and play a show for that school.
God, I hope so. That would be phenomenal.
That'd be fucking great.
That would make me happy. We're gonna move right into the next one. In local news, Vermont man is trying to upstage Florida man this week. This was a fun story from a gentleman in Middlebury who, fortunately for us, is not Pierre Vachon. Sent the police on a wild, violent pursuit through 3 towns. WCAX writes, a Middlebury man sent multiple police departments on an extensive pursuit that involved robberies and car crashes. Colchester police say the event started to unfold at around 6:45 p.m. Sunday when they received a report that a man later identified as Ben Webb, 38 of Middlebury, was driving a green Jeep Cherokee erratically on Vermont Route 15 in Exis approaching Colchester. Along the way, Webb pulled alongside another vehicle and demanded a debit card from the driver. Webb reportedly pointed a crossbow at the 22-year-old Essex man before fleeing when the victim pulled away. Meanwhile, officers got a report of a robbery at the nearby Cumberland Farms, or Cumbies as we like to call it, on Vermont Route 15. Then at about 6:50 p.m., Winooski police reported that a green Jeep was involved in a crash on Route 15 in Winooski. At 7:15, yeah, we're not even like real dark yet. You know, this is all going on in like kind of daylight. At 7:15 p.m., Colchester police learned Webb was driving erratically on Vermont Route 7 with one tire missing. Totally normal behavior in Vermont. Witnesses followed the SUV, trying to stop Webb until he pointed the crossbow at them. Webb finally dropped the weapon when an officer arrived on the scene and drew his gun. That's when Webb hopped back into the Jeep, struck a mailbox, and then hit 2 police cruisers as he fled. On 3 tires. Just a friendly reminder. They should have put that in the article because this guy apparently is Dale Earnhardt Jr. or some shit.
Was it the rear tire or the front tire?
I don't know.
If it's one of the front tires, maybe he just had a real heavy toolbox in the opposite corner and it just stayed balanced.
Threw that Jeep in 4-wheel drive.
I was wondering if he threw it in 4 high for this, just to kind of mitigate the tire loss. I don't know. The chase
So,
continued.
I have to point this out.
Please.
Why am I not surprised that Vermont man drives a Jeep?
That's true. The chase, because if it was Vermont woman, it would have been a Subaru. The chase continued into Essex, where Webb drove directly into an Essex police cruiser, causing extensive damage. 2 officers were seen at the UVM Medical Center for minor injuries. Webb was taken into custody and transported to the hospital for treatment. Police say Webb stole the Jeep from his brother in Middlebury. Webb faces multiple aggravated assault charges, 2 robbery charges, pending further charges. Police in Essex, Shelburne, Williston, and Middlebury are insisting with the investigation. Sounds like it's pretty well wrapped up to me.
Damn.
Well, you know what's crazy is there's no mention of alcohol at all, but this thing just reads like a drunken poem. It's
I would say meth.
Yeah, maybe meth. Yeah, I don't know.
He doesn't say anything about drugs, actually.
Which is funny. In the article, I wanted to give somebody credit here, but the article literally just says by WCAX team. Like, it doesn't even say who the writer on it was or anything like that. It took
the whole team to figure this one out.
Apparently.
I mean, I love the fact that this guy's just like literally like driving down the road, like driving, wave a crossbow at someone, driving, rob a store, driving, point the crossbow, driving, hit the police cruiser, driving, crossbow, driving, another police cruiser.
Which is crazy because I don't know if you guys ever wielded a crossbow. I am fortunate enough that a beautiful assistant got me one at one point. Yeah, she got me the one that Daryl had originally, which, speaking of which, Nick said Daryl style from The Walking Dead. Yeah, I have the same crossbow that he carried in the early seasons. And, but like, I don't know if I would be able to comfortably swing that around while driving my vehicle.
No,
like, because they're not just long like a gun is. They're also wide.
Yeah.
Unless you have a really, really, like the really expensive crossbows are probably only like 12 to 16 inches wide. But if you have anything in the normal $1,000 or under, it's 20, 24 inches wide. So like he must have been doing some real gangster lean shit on that to get the crossbow pointed out.
I mean, I know that a lot of people probably want to punish this guy, but I'm impressed. I mean, like you said, Hickory, it's damn hard to drive a car on 3 wheels with a crossbow and hit a police cruiser. I mean, this is not an easy thing to do here, folks.
No, he's a talented guy.
Dude, it would be hard to do this in Grand Theft Auto. Never mind real life, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, man. We got Logan. Oh, this is a little random, but Logan comments on GW's opener kills me. So fucking funny. I've been watching, just haven't commented in a few. Keep up the subscribers. Hickory, best show on Wednesday nights. Kicks Cable's ass. Can't wait for a GW. Can't wait for GW short film. Nice.
Short film.
Thank you, Logie. Jason said he was high on something. Yes, probably. Which Kevin Ryan responded, I was thinking kombucha, which might very well be. Middlebury is, in fact, one of the few places I've ever been into a movie theater that had kombucha for sale.
Goddamn hippies.
Yeah, and I love that place, which is so weird. Jason said drugs. Nick said unvaccinated person.
That was his.
That was the drugs he was on. He's all on that.
That's right. It's like his job was like, you're gonna get a shot. He's like, no, and he just takes off. He was really afraid of needles.
Missing a fry cook.
He was really high on that anti-vax stuff.
He's like, the only shot I'm going to give you is right in the ass with a crossbow, all right?
Nick said he was driving the short bus. Jason said he was a few years below my class at Middlebury High School. Well, I guess, Jason, then the question is, was he like a nice dude? Or was this the guy that you always thought would be driving on 3 tires, shooting a crossbow and hitting police? Sean said, well, I guess he should be known as Robin the Hood. Jason said, no, that's Nick. That's fucking funny. Yeah. Nick was pretty good. I enjoyed that.
And just to recap, he stole he robbed from 2 places, assaulted 2 people with a crossbow, and also hit 2 different police vehicles at 2 different times.
This guy is
if this isn't just a gleaming example of why I'm going to give all $100,000 to the police department.
I want to know, what the fuck did he try taking from Cumbies?
Slim Jim.
Yeah, but by this guy's activity, it was the savage Slim Jim.
What if he goes in there? He's like, yeah, I need the protein, so he just takes a bunch of Slim Jims. They're like, and someone like thinks he's gonna drive, like grab the beer. He's like, no, I have to drive, and then he.
I'm gonna take this Bang energy drink,
and I only got 3 wheels.
I can't afford a DUI in this 3-wheeled Jeep, man.
My brother,
give me a Red Bull.
Get DUI on this thing.
They just do not make Jeeps like they used to. The wheel fell right off this fucker.
Because and honestly, it feels like that though, doesn't it? It's like drive, crossbow, drive, Slim Jims, drive, hit a fucking police cruiser.
Well, here's the cool part. He was eating a Slim Jim and aiming the crossbow at the same time. Like, I'll shoot you, motherfuckers. I got a bolt action.
Hey, look, Ma, no hands. Just a crossbow and a Slim Jim.
Try to leave you one of those Frosties or whatever the hell they call them.
I'd like to think of his hair just out the window, just swaying in the breeze. Jason said he probably stored beer from Cumbies. Nick said, no, just a plastic straw.
To do his cocaine with.
Yeah, he was doing a big gacker of meth while he was headed up to Burlington to go grab some more. Nick said, snap into a Slim Jim. I don't know if he said it like that, but I did when I read the comment. Anyway.
Nick totally did. That's how he typed it. He was like, snap into a Slim Jim.
Yeah. Yeah, he was cueing his inner Randy Savage. Oh god, Sean, you're right. The only thing that would make it funnier is if he shot himself in the foot. Oh my god, I wouldn't want to think how bad that would hurt. The crossbow,
that would be
too.
hilarious if he kept driving after he shot himself in the foot. He just didn't stop. It doesn't seem like anything can stop this guy.
No, he just Barney Fifed himself and got it up out of there.
I don't know if this is possible, but is there any way to like tag this guy somehow in this video? Like, I want someone to search him and see this video and be like, oh my god, these guys are funny.
This was a great topic, which is unfortunate that's coming to an end. We're going to move into our next one, but I'm sorry guys, they can't last the whole time because then I wouldn't pick the right one. You know, at least with 5 I got a shot at picking like 2 decent topics every week. The next one, conspiracy theorists were right. The White House built Joe Biden a White House set. # fake White House trends. I thought this was complete bullshit when I saw it. I thought this was like totally a conspiracy thing. But no, we actually have a Newsweek article. Why the White House built a fake Oval Office set for Joe Biden. Because I had seen theories online, like many people do when you're, surfing things that are non-mainstream. And I had seen people post comments about like, oh, the window looks fake. That doesn't look quite right. It's sunny on a rainy day, and like people posting whatever random, bullshit stuff that they post on the regular. But yeah, it turns out it's true. Joe Biden the White House did. Newsweek says President Joe Biden was photographed receiving a COVID-19 vaccine booster shot recently with a televised event that was shot in the front of a backdrop styled to look like the White House interior. The set features fake windows that display a digital view of the White House Rose Garden. Then on Wednesday, the president held another event, a virtual gathering with business leaders in front of the same digital window displays. These events did not take place in the White House itself, but in the South Court Auditorium at the Eisenhower Executive Office building, which is part of the White House complex. Which to me immediately says, my first thought was, if we had a fake White House set, it would be for security, right? Like it'd be like a security thing. Like we want to keep everybody safe, so we wouldn't want to like disclose where, I don't know, maybe the president and the vice president and everyone was. But
we already know that. We know where the vice president lives. We know where the president lives.
It's true. But I mean, Newsweek just told you where the fake set is, so obviously they don't care about it. It's not a security thing.
Yeah.
That was my thought. Was like, oh, maybe this is a security thing, and we're taking precautions and trying to keep everybody safe. Like,
Right. Make it look like they're at one place while they're secretly at another.
which would make sense with.
I think I know what it is.
Global tension. What is it, Mike?
It's in a nursing home. And Joe Biden doesn't know it's not the Oval Office. So they just like, yes, Mr. Biden. Yeah, I go back to the Oval Office.
Yeah. They're like, it's down that cinder block hallway there on the left.
Jason left a comment that I probably can't really read about Joe Biden forming certain oral acts on Kamala, but she has male parts. Kevin says it's where the wax president from Epcot stays.
Is there a difference between Joe Biden and the wax president at Epcot?
Jason said, yes, Mike, fucking right. Apparently, and I wanted to know, like, I was genuinely curious when I saw this article, like, if you're going to tell us where the set is and it's not a security thing, why? So continue reading. Said, they say the set prompted mockery and outrage from Biden critics who took to social media to complain about the creation of the fake set. This one killed me. Alt-right activist Jack Posobiec, he's like a White House press guy. Why are they letting a
alt-right activist?
Yeah, which, like, the general public, I don't even think knows what alt-right actually means. Those are the white supremacy guys,
but it sounds spooky.
And they actually didn't support Trump this year. Said alt-right activist Jack Posobiec tweeted, they gave Joe Biden a play school desk and a fake Oval Office and a fake White House. Conservative YouTuber Dave Rubin said, fake president sitting in fake Oval Office with fake flowers and fake window says what?
Why do they have to point that out? That's true. Why do they have to say, oh, conservative? Oh, is alt-right?
Yeah, like, he made a factual statement. Turning Point USA's executive director Charlie Kirk says, said, nothing is real with these people. It's all smoke and mirrors. We're supposed to entrust them with all our personal health decisions, which isn't a bad point. This is actually a photo of, I wish I could blow that up, but I can't with going to Twitter, and it really hurts me to go to Twitter. But okay, so at the very end of the article, we're going to answer the question, right, guys? Why was a fake Oval Office built? The event space is being used for the White House events that are being broadcast. The area is bigger than the actual office and provides an area for journalists. Martha Kumar, director of the White House Transition Project, explained that the room in the Eisenhower office building is used more regularly due to it being more accessible. You have to slug your way up flights of stairs because the small elevator would only hold a limited number of people, Kumar explained to the Washington Examiner. So the journalists are fucking lazy is what they're saying right now. And they don't want to walk up an extra flight of stairs. That means you often had to walk. White House staff, as well as presidents, God forbid they have to walk up a flight of stairs, would have to make their way up there too, though they had the luxury of an elevator. With its easy access, the South Court site was welcomed by all. And that's actually a photo of him. And yeah, you can kind of tell the flowers don't look real. I wish I could get a little, but just weird, like one of those weird things where I'm like, it was weird that people said anything about this a couple weeks ago. I think it's even weirder that it's a thing that happened, especially considering it wasn't about, I'd understand if it was a security thing, but they don't care. They tell you exactly where it is. So just weird. I want a fake White House set, for the record. I think we might be building one in the spare room. That would be really great. I'd love to have Collen down and just do ridiculous nation speeches that we could write out, or even better yet, we could start a business where people write speeches and send them in for like $5, and then Collen reads them in impersonation mode. As Bernie Sanders is like spot on. Yeah, that would be really fun.
Or instead of doing an impersonation, just get wasted and try to read them. My fellow Americans.
John said it's all a holiday. Doesn't anybody watch Star Trek anymore? No, I'm sorry, Sean. Once in a while. I don't really watch it that often though. Jason said more like the loony bin. Nick said, "Don't worry, Joe. We'll send the short bus over. The driver will have a crossbow." I love it when our fans make callbacks. That's even better. You guys got anyone else on this one before we move into the next one? Okay. Next one. Ben and Jerry's got a real gotcha moment, but not from some radical far-right extremist, but by a cutie from Axios. Yeah, this chick had a question, and there has been some music overlaid on this. I apologize for those who haven't seen this yet. Here it is.
Mute.
Oh. Sorry, I forget to unmute all the time.
You guys are big proponents of voting rights. Why do you still sell ice cream in Georgia? Texas, abortion bans. Why are you still selling there?
Is that Larry David?
I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting question.
Yeah, it's a very interesting question.
What that would accomplish? We're working on those issues of voting rights, and I don't know. I think you asked a really good question, and I think
Let me out of here. Get me the hell out of here. Mommy!
So, yes, there might have been something added in there for comedic effect, but not answering a direct question. You guys surprised?
No.
Nope.
They do ice cream better than anything.
That's true.
It,
I actually got to grab a drink. You guys good for a second?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a certain point in my life where I wanted to sit Ben and Jerry's down and be like, guys, it's been a great run. I appreciate what you have done in the past, but shut up and let Unilever do what it does best and sell ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
The Colin Kaepernick flavor, I won't buy. I won't buy their Tonight Dough flavor with Jimmy Fallon because fuck Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, those flavors are both taste like unnecessary attention.
Yeah. It's I get saving the rainforest when they had the rainforest crunch, which by the way they killed off. So apparently the rainforest is saved. Who really knows where their social activism goes other than saying, hey, we got a complaint on this one thing, so we're gonna make an ice cream flavor about it.
Yeah.
And by the way, bring back Wavy Gravy, motherfuckers.
Oh, missed that one.
See, at this, I don't like it. She's asking like, well, if you're against voting rights, or the complaints in abortion, why do you sell ice cream in these states? Because it's a fucking business, lady. That would have been my response. Like, I don't care who eats it.
The thing is even if he does, the people who don't care anymore, the shareholders of Unilever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's not even their call.
It's not even their call anymore. Like at one point, like they might have been able to like have a conversation about like distribution, but today they have absolutely no say.
Yeah. And actually, Jason commented and he said, I can help Hickory. He also said, Ben and Jerry don't even own the company anymore, which I have pulled up. Hold on. And he said, right on, Foley. Yeah, Foley had a good take on that.
For once, Foley has a good take.
You always have great takes, my friend. In April 2000, Ben and Jerry sold the company to British multinational food giant Unilever. This is from Wikipedia, but given I trust it when they're reporting on stuff like this, I don't trust them on anything that's even moderately political anymore. In the acquisition agreement, Unilever agreed to carry on the company's tradition of engaging in these critical global economic and social missions. Although the founders' names are still attached to the product, they do not hold any board or management position and are not involved in day-to-day management of the company.
Yeah, so they're pretty much just taking royalties for them using the Ben and Jerry name, right?
Yeah, I would assume they sold the company and kept some stock, and they're just banking on them
what
doing
was
well.
crazy is it's surprisingly small amount of stock. Like both of them have like a net worth of like maybe $10 million each, when the business is $1 billion, over $1 billion company. So the stock that they got was actually almost like a hostile takeover, I believe. And they came in and they started acquiring. They do a lot of philanthropic stuff themselves and like as individuals, but yeah, they're pretty limited in what they can do, like from a corporate point of view.
Sean's got a great comment in here. It says, if I could sell Dwayne Johnson's used condoms, don't you think I'd sell the shit out of them? I agree, Sean. Especially if you preserve them properly and they were still viable when they got to the delivery point.
Jesus Christ, that's like buying a Triple Crown thoroughbred right there. It's like.
Speaking of which, I don't know if you guys saw, I made Foley aware the other day when I saw him, but Dwayne actually just did a song with Tech Nine where, yes, not only can this dude wrestle, not only can he act, not can he sing with the voice that's smoother than butter. The dude rapped with Tech Nine, like no joke. He actually like did a verse on it, and it wasn't bad. I'd say the only thing The Rock doesn't do well is produce an energy drink, because that thing was garbage. And I'm sorry, I'm a fan of The Rock. I can smell what he's cooking, but his energy drink tasted like vitamins, and I didn't like it at all.
What if that was the one thing he sucked at was cooking?
It wouldn't surprise me because the dude's got enough money to hire a chef. So at his level, it doesn't matter.
Like he can't cook like a steak or something. Like, I fucked it up again.
It doesn't
I smell
matter
what
if you
The
can
Rock is
cook.
He fucked up a bologna sandwich.
Foley ass crack kills, said Jason. He said absolutely no pun intended. Oh yeah, we got all sorts of crack on the show. Jason said they can't keep workers there. And then he said, Jesus Christ, can't keep workers there. Were you talking about Ben and Jerry's? I assume. I don't think any business is capable of keeping workers there unless the workers are the owners at this point.
I heard
if you can't handle smoking weed and eating ice cream at Ben and Jerry's, you're just not cut out for the workplace. You know?
You're not cut out for life at that point. That's the easiest thing ever.
Oh God. Okay, so I got to read this. This is horrendous, but we're gonna read this story because Nick shared it. Speaking about shitty days, I went to the corner store earlier and had to use the outhouse. Opened the door to see shit sprayed everywhere. Then I'm at the Cumbie's pump to pump gas, and somebody decided to shit at pump number 7. What the fuck is wrong with people?
With some crossbow bolts hanging around.
Apparently, it's the Wild West. Jason said the Rock's tequila is awesome. Yeah, like Tiamana, I think is the name of it. I haven't tried it yet.
Is that even available in Vermont?
I don't know, to be honest. Yes, it is, because I saw a flyer where they were promoting it at a bar in Vermont. So
okay,
it would be silly of them to promote a tequila they don't have.
I was going to say, I haven't seen it in stores, but that doesn't matter.
Jason said yes. I think it's called Tiamana. If you just look up Rock Tequila, it'll come up. I'm pretty sure. Nick said you can't make it up. No, you can't make that shit up, Nick. That's fucking horrendous. You had a very shitty day, my friend. It's the most times I've said shit was actually talking about the subject. That's pretty incredible. Speaking of holidays that were shitty last year, but we're hoping rebound this year. I wanted to end the show on something like, Mike, we're a little over, right? You're good?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
On time? Okay. I just like to check because
I don't have to work tonight or anything.
Nice.
I'm good.
Said last subject of the night, keeping it light, Halloween costume ideas for the whole family. I thought it'd be fun. Ask you guys what you think the hot button Halloween costumes are, because we're coming right up on the holiday. And you know, what you'd like to see, what you think you might do, anything really.
I know some kid is going to go as Anthony Fauci.
Oh, of course. I think a lot of people will go as Anthony Fauci.
I think there's going to be some college girls that go as sexy Gabby Petito.
And their boyfriend,
with like a knife stuck in her skull.
there's like her boyfriend the size of a refrigerator dressed up as a van.
Yeah.
Following her around. Like Jason said, Collen, they have a strict policy on drugs and beer. I'm not sure who he was talking about, but
Swing and a miss, Jason.
But I don't like him already.
Yep. Not my kind of place. For Halloween this year, I'd like to see people dressed up as the vaccine. I think that'd be pretty funny. Or some variation on it, or because last year was kind of like the year of the hazmat suit. And that, I'd like to see some creative stuff. Maybe like a Snickers bar with a vaccine syringe stuck through it. I thought, you're like getting creative with it. Freddy Krueger, but with needles as fingers instead of knives. Yeah. That would be a great one for this year.
This one's Johnson & Johnson, and this one's Moderna. That's the Pfizer.
You get all five, you sleep real well.
The one that I want to see is Ryan Reynolds did a TikTok with Will Ferrell, where he did the song like I could be violet, I could be purple, I could be blah 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 blah. I want to see a family go out as all the colors that he announces during the show.
That would be funny.
Yeah, that wasn't as good as I hoped it would. Sorry, guys.
No, it's all right. It was pretty good, though. There's a couple in here, some good ones. Jason said the White House staff. That would be good. Maybe a Jen Psaki would be a nice, or Psaki, or
Psaki.
Not Psaki. I've enjoyed that. Sneeches with or without stars. Did you mean to say Sneeches, Sean? I'm not entirely sure.
No,
Collen's
what he
already
meant to say is snitches gonna get the stars. I know what he meant.
Jason said AOC. Yeah, I think in the text, the rich dress will be a popular one for lots of people this year.
Oh yeah, tax the rich.
Can you do a sexy AOC?
That's a good question.
I don't know, like deep down inside, if I could call her sexy or not. Like
that's my EGG though. That's my hall pass you're talking about.
She got some big old titties. Like I get that.
It's when she gets the googly eyes out. That's what I'm in.
The googly eyes and the teeth though. Like
my fantasy would be to be with AOC and just to pretend I was Bernie Sanders,
See, mine would be the same, but I'm Trump. And she hates it the whole time, but she's totally consenting. And it's like, come on, AOC. I know this is the best, most massive dig you've ever seen. It's huge. Everybody agrees.
Don't forget what I'm paying you. You know
she's
what I'm paying you
to
do this.
Fuck me like the 1%.
and then she's like, I'm like, come on, do your Kamala impression. And she's like, do not come. And I'm like, I'm coming.
I would.
That was a little too much.
I would hope to have sex with her, and I would hope the entire time she was on like Instagram feeds or like TikTok doing a video saying how horrible I was at sex with her. Like, oh my God, this is so horrible. I'm taking this for the 99%.
This guy snores and he rumbles worse than my garbage disposal. I think that might.
I'm going to go to my other house tonight.
Nick said, but a Snicker bar has veins like a penis. Random, but I love it. Jason said Ben and Jerry's. Yeah, that would be a good costume for this year. Sean said, Sneeches were a Dr. Seuss character. It's definitely a book worth checking out. Okay, I'll have to check that out. There's a lot of Dr. Seuss stuff that's worth checking out.
Like the books they're no longer printing. Is that what you?
Those and the World War II propaganda that Dr. Seuss put together for the U.S. government. That's pretty interesting stuff to look at, to see his artwork used for like, let's go kill the Nazis. Not saying that it was a bad idea, but it's definitely interesting to see like old propaganda cartoons. Colin, you need a photo with the bathrobe and mittens. Yep, that was actually, I think, a great costume for this year. What do you guys think?
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about that last week, but the sexy Bernie Sanders is pretty adorable. Not
See,
gonna lie.
the only thing that is missing from the sexy Bernie Sanders is the bald cap wig.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, she should have done that.
Yeah.
With the white on the edges. I agree.
Yeah. I would totally have sex with a girl that wore something like that.
Especially if she was in the actual Burton jacket. Yeah, looking authentic.
No, she could be in a fucking t-shirt and jorts, and if she had that wig on, I would be like, "You and I are boning."
It's going to be the greatest bone. Everybody agrees. Nick said, I read that one. Jason said, is that a challenge, Foley, to go as Urban Myers too soon? To
Who's
go as
Urban
Urban Myers? We're going to need a clarification for the record, Jason. Oh, that would be funny. Nick said, so it looked like Beavis theme. I need TP for my bunghole. Yeah, Beavis would be a great one, considering I keep seeing articles saying we're looking at the second toilet paper shortage in America's face. That would be hysterical if you were Beavis just frantically searching for TP the entire night and you just threw candy back at people and shit.
And then so you got a Beavis and needs TP, and then I will be a bidet and I'll just have a hose and just fucking spray him down.
Oh, that would be great. That would be wonderful. This was another great Halloween costume idea that the Babylon Bee came up with. Terrifying new Halloween mask depicts a human face not wearing a mask. This, for the record, is a girl's face over her face while she's got a mask on underneath the. Yep,
that is hilarious.
That's a great, terrifying costume. Not gonna lie, I think the scariest costume for a lot of people this year is going to look like this. It's going to be a job application walking around. I know. I'm sorry, G-Dubs. I don't mean to shit where I eat, but once in a while. It's not you.
Job application.
It's everyone else. And this one says the Halloween zone. I figured that was perfect. I just snagged that photo for this. But a lot of great Halloween costumes. I'd like to see like a really good fake White House set costume. That would be fun. I'd like to see somebody dressed as that LA truck the bomb truck that they accidentally blew up by putting too many fireworks in it. Like there's a lot of funny stories that you could make. The Suez Canal would be a great costume.
An airplane with people hanging off of it? No, that's not.
That would be great.
I kind of want to see someone goes as Simone Biles, where she just chokes in like.
Nick said he's saying because of the toilet paper shortage, that's because there's shit everywhere. G-Dubs, is that challenge the challenge for AOC to dress as AOC?
I don't know if I get a hall pass for AOC or not. I would have to check with the missus. Chances are, honestly, I'm going to say this, and that's because I know myself. AOC isn't going to want to fuck me because I have nothing to gain with her fucking me. If there was like money involved, I could see her wanting to fuck me. But since I'm broke and like one of the people she supports, I doubt that she'd want to have sex with me.
Tell her your dick is 100% green.
It's powered on.
That's because of the gonorrhea.
Fact check false. It's only 95% green. You can still see some hair sticking through. Jason said.
You wouldn't tell.
Jason said, "WTF, Hickory." I'm not sure what I said wrong, but there's probably a lot. Nick said, but no, that I think of the person probably shouldn't at the gas pump because the price went up 12 cents overnight. He's like, well, if I'm going to pay an extra $2 to fill my tank, I might as well take exception of this receptacle here. Sean said, how about a full-on homeless outfit searching for sustenance?
I like that because you go into Portland or something like that where they have a kind of a homeless problem. Then
Blend right in.
Oh, hey, got any change? Oh, dude, that's a great costume, man. Like,
they'd be like, no, man, do you have any? I'd like to see somebody dress up as an ass buzzard just flying around looking for his next meal. Oh, God, I'm not going to be able to forget that for a while. Jason said, sell your magic cards, Foley.
You don't have enough money.
Nick Waters said, let's go, Brandon. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got on this one. You guys got any closing comments you want to get off your chest? There is a show Saturday at the club, which is phenomenal. It'd be good to see Vita there.
Yes, we got a show this Saturday night, 8:00 at the Mill. It's gonna be super fun. We have Matt Vita, Nikki McCallum, and Brett Breiner from New York.
Nice.
Excuse me, I'm gonna have to sneeze. But I just wanted to just quick say that we lost a dear friend yesterday afternoon. Chip passed away, and he was a very good friend. And just want to say, social, love you, Chip.
Cheers, Chip.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I'm just glad you left it till the end because I honestly didn't know, and that would have bummed me out. So thank you for. Yep, Nick said R.I.P. Chip. Hey man, he was a good dude, and lived right up the road from me. And, yeah. Any happy notes, Mike? You got upcoming stuff?
Yeah, I got shows.
Woo!
Tomorrow night I'm going to be at Stroudwater in Portland, and
nice.
Then it's a distillery. So it's not a microbrew; it's a fucking distillery. It's a little different.
It's classier.
Oh yeah. Island Dog Brewing. Saturday, Sunday, I'm at the Comedy Connection in Rhode Island, which I'm really pumped about.
I was gonna say, you guys only perform at breweries and distilleries up in Maine because apparently Hickory the Drunk and Underwhelming is operating in the wrong fucking state.
Yeah, you gotta come out here, man.
Like, I didn't know that.
Like Craft Brew Underground, that's where I headlined. It's where I do most of my work.
Yep.
It's not a brewery, but it's a bar, and it has like hundreds of beers. No exaggeration, it has hundreds and hundreds of beers from all over New England and the Northeast.
That's nuts. Okay, yeah, we'll be up. Yeah, we're gonna have to book a vacation up there and do a couple nights and maybe open and stuff. Yeah, I'm in. That sounds phenomenal.
If I'm bringing a wife, man, bring me. I'd be so much more fun than Nicole.
That's a good point, but she's like a dedicated DD because she doesn't really drink, so we might want to bring her too. Just saying. Jason said you guys should pick one of my Halloween costumes this year. What would it be? Jason, you'd make a good cop. I'd like to see you dressed as Mac from Super Troopers personally, especially with that mustache. I was thinking I might do Farva this year. We could go together, bro.
Take our ramrod.
Yeah.
Say it. Say car ramrod.
Nick said Hidden Cove is good. I'm not familiar. Is that a brewery? Don't know. Send the hate mail to Reggie Britton. No, send it to Jason P. Mercier. And Sean said, does the Comedy Club have live stream? No, we are toying with the idea in the future of bringing live stream to the Comedy Club. But we need to make sure we have like rock solid internet there before we can do that. And we got to work on lighting, get a couple more cameras and figure it out. But at some point we will probably, the ultimate idea is to do a live Drunken Under Quarantine show from the Comedy Club at some point. And I really want to make that happen and try to make it like maybe a monthly event where we're down there on Wednesday nights, hanging out with people, having a couple drinks and presenting the show with a live audience. Cause that would be fun as hell.
That would be great. I gotta
bring your $20 bills and come see us in person.
That's right. and or hop online and donate to us on Venmo. That's the other option. Nick said Wells Maine Brewery. Nice.
Was that Hidden Cove? Not familiar with that one.
Oh,
Well,
he said Hidden Cove. You mean Hidden Pine or Lone Pine? Because
Lone
that's
Pine's
like,
in Portland, I think.
yeah, Lone Pine's great, dude. They're
Yeah,
OJ.
they're IPA.
Oh,
I'm not a big IPA guy, but it's good.
Yeah, OJ is fucking awesome. It's a double IPA that tastes literally like OJ. Like the hops are like
Really?
on point. Dude, it's like the juiciest. The first time I drank it, I was like, is there actual juice in this thing? Fuck yeah, Team Ramrod. Nick said, let's go Brandon. Sean said, I'll push that idea around as much as I can if it ever happens. Yes. I'm working on figuring it out. Things like that are a little more complex because if we're live at the comedy club with multiple cameras, I almost can't be on camera because I'm going to have to be producing the show. So trying to figure that out and figure out a way that I could do it while still at least hosting. So yeah, it's one of those. There's a lot of random technical things that are a bit more difficult than me sitting in the office with a live show and live audio and all that. But no, working on getting it figured out. I think that would be fun as hell and something really, really cool. And yeah. Oh, G-Dubs, anything before we get out of here?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I do have one show to add because it's semi sort of out your way. Well, probably right in the middle is Bristol, New Hampshire.
Oh, nice.
Is November 6th. I'll be there at Kathleen's Irish Pub, which is a pretty cool spot if you haven't been there.
Bristol. How far is that? I'd have to like look it up. I don't even know.
I don't know. I think it's in like the like kind of getting into the White Mountains a little bit. It's like middle New Hampshire. So for you guys, it'd be kind of a haul, but
a little bit. Yeah, not too far. I get an average of 46 inches of rain. That's the things you find when you search it. Anyways, please remember to follow GW Foley at Foley Kills or add him as a friend on Facebook. Mike Gray is at Mike Gray Comedian on Facebook. Any other platforms, Mike?
Instagram, Mike.Gray86, but I don't use it that much.
Okay. Yeah, I don't use my Instagram nearly as much as I should probably. And follow Collen Doyle at Collen D and at Woolen Milk Comedy Club on Facebook and on Instagram. Anywhere else, Collen?
It's the Woolen Milk Comedy Club. Bring your 20s.
Yes, we will be there next Saturday. That should be fun as hell.
How's that for TikTok? You take your TikTok and you shove it up your ass, jerk off.
Before we go, Jason said, "Hey Foley, when are you going to defend your Comedy Thunderdome champion?" Whenever the promoter for the show calls him back and says, "Yo, champ, you got to defend that shit," because that's how wrestling works. I mean, comedy wrestling. I mean, wrestling comedy or whatever the hell Thunderdome is, and it's ridiculous, over the top funness. I can't wait. I want to go back.
I do love that show.
Yeah, it's a great show, and I miss those boys, and I can't wait to see them in person again. And Collen at Whore's Home Renovation. Yeah, with his YouTube/TV show, This Old Whore, starring Bob Vita and Collen Doyle, as they fix up an old sack of shit into a new sack of shit. It'll be a great show. No, just kidding. Collen's doing a great job. That house is looking beautiful. And the beautiful assistant actually said, I didn't realize Collen was working on that house, but when I saw the guy up on that ladder and I saw that ass, I knew it was him right away. I was like, that's my girl. Like, well, I would have said the same thing about your friends, so I guess we're even. Sean said, great show once again. Wonderful way to waste time. Peace out. Thank you, Sean. Thank you for wasting your time with us on a Wednesday. God, thank you, gentlemen, for joining me. G-Dubs, love you. Mike, good to see you as always. We'll be in touch.
Same here, man.
Back as soon as we can, maybe even just before the holidays. We'll get a little Christmas cheer. And Collen, thank you for being here, brother. It's always good to see you. Look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Absolutely. With
all that said, I am, of course, Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming. Thank you guys for joining us on the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, episode 24, featuring Mike Gray. Next week, episode 25, featuring Well, we're not sure. So Vita was supposed to be on, but had to postpone because he's got some important engagements, and he'll be later on in November. This might be the last Just Us hosts before the holidays. So if not, maybe somebody will write us and be like, yo, we want to be on the show, and we'll pull them in, and it'll be fun and spontaneous. But yeah, that's all I got. You can follow me at HickoryTDAU on Facebook. No, at Real HickoryTDAU on Facebook because I got hacked by some jackass. You can follow me at HickoryTDAU on Instagram, Parler, TikTok, Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming on YouTube, which I'm up to 380 subs. And thank you guys for engaging with all that ridiculousness. I've been doing a lot of fun, ridiculous videos and responding to stupid shit, reacting to a lot of stuff because it's a fun rabbit hole I'm in. Anyways, Collen, who else is on this weekend? Vita. I don't remember who else were.
Nikki
And
McCollum.
his name's Brian. I'm screwing up the way his last name's pronounced. It's Birnbaum.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jason said, great show, bitches. Jason, thank you, brother. We appreciate you. And yeah, love you guys. That's all I got. I'm Corey Sicker, the Drunken Underwhelming, imploring you all to stay safe, stay drunk, stay underwhelming. Most importantly, in these trying times, stay fucking sane. And remember, if you feel like you're pissed off at the world, just remember, let's go, Brandon. Cheers.
And so I didn't get to take my